40,000 phones glowing fever red. The loudest arena in women's sports history, screaming one name, Caitlin. Caitlin. Then dead silence. A single iPhone flashlight flickers on in a freezing Iowa gym. At 3:17 a.m., Caitlin Clark's face appears. Eyes swollen, voice raw. I gave them my body on one leg and they just cut my sister while she was still in a walking boot. Hard cut. Sophie Cunningham on her podcast laughing until the laugh dies. The next team I play for. I just want to buy a house and finally feel safe. Blood red text explodes. $55 million. And they still threw her away. Voiceover drops like a bomb. They thought they could discard the woman who took charges for me, who shot 43% from 3 with zero ego, who flew commercial with a torn calf just to guard Ozza. They thought I'd stay quiet. Freeze frame on Caitlin's tear hitting the hardwood. They forgot I'm my mother's daughter. Touch one of us, you lose all of us. Piddle slams. Caitlin Clark says she's leaving after Sophie Cunningham's firing. And in that second, you already know this isn't a video. This is the spark that burns the whole league down. This story isn't about basketball. It's about blood. Caitlin Clark, Iowa kid, Puerto Rican mom who cleaned hotel rooms at 4 a.m. so her daughter could shoot in empty gyms. They said she was too white for the culture, too cocky for the vets, too straight for the marketing machine. She answered by turning the Indiana Fever into a $55 million social empire. 5 times more valuable than any other team. Little Dominican girls in the Bronx, black girls in Atlanta, queer kids in Indiana, all screaming for the first time because someone finally looked like their struggle. And still dominated. And the woman who made that magic possible, Sophie Cunningham, Phoenix farmer's daughter, zero ego, blonde ponytail, country accent, and a heart that would run through a brick wall for her teammates. She left sunshine, left legacy, left everything to come to Indiana because Caitlin texted her one night. I need someone who will guard full court and hug me when I cry. Come build this dynasty with me. Sophie answered in 11 minutes. On the next flight, commercial, I got you. They became unstoppable. 43% from 3. Top 10 perimeter defense. Diving on scorers' tables, splitting chins, laughing through blood. Sophie never asked for touches. Never posted cryptic, "Honor, just locked arms with Caitlin after every loss and whispered, "We go again." The league had never seen loyalty like this. 2 daughters of working-class warriors protecting each other in a league that chews up women and spits them out. But in the glass offices, the villains were counting. Men who've never taken a charge in their lives. Men who saw Sophie's modest raise, her dream of buying her mom a house, and thought, we can always find another shooter. They forgot one thing. You don't break sisters who've already survived everything. And somewhere in the shadows, Caitlin Clark just picked up her phone. And the countdown to war has already begun. Started with a laugh, the kind that feels safe until it isn't. Sophie Cunningham, still in a walking boot, hoodie up, dog snoring in the background, leans into her mic on a random Tuesday podcast. She's talking about off-season goals, about finally buying a Real bed after years of Airbnb mattresses. Then the host asks, so, what are you looking for in your next deal? Sophie smiles, soft, almost shy. Honestly, just something long enough that I can buy a house, plant some tomatoes, feel home, somewhere my mom doesn't have to worry if I'm going to be traded again before the paint dries. The clip is 32 seconds long. By sunrise, 8 million views. By noon, the headlines. She was talking about safety. By 2 p.m., Wogue drops the nuke. Indiana has informed Sophie Cunningham she will not receive a qualifying offer. Translation. They are letting their starting 2-guard, best perimeter defender, the woman who bled for 40 minutes a night, walk for nothing. No call, no text, just a press release buried under ticket promos. Caitlin is in Des Moines, quad still swollen, scrolling. She watches Sophie's clip on loop. Sees the exact second the laugh dies. Knows that flinch. It's the same one her mom wore the day the hotel laid her off before Christmas. Caitlin opens their private chat. Sunflower emoji types, you okay, sis? 6 hours. No reply. Then the leaks start. Internal email. Cunningham release saves $1.80 $8 million for Howard Bonner push. Another from the week Sophie tore her calf. Rehab support reduced to CBA minimum. Someone attaches a photo of the GM grinning at a steakhouse. Celebrating roster flexibility. Every note because Caitlin remembers Sophie flying red-eye with a 102 fever to guard Asia in the playoffs. Remembers Sophie diving into the table, splitting her chin, laughing through blood because Kate needed the N1. Remember Sophie teaching her "I got you" always in Spanish so the rookies felt seen. And now the same franchise selling $200 jerseys to little girls who look like Sophie's cousins just decided Sophie is expendable. Caitlin closes her phone. The gym lights hum like a warning. She stares at her own banner and whispers, voice cracking, but ice cold. They just made the biggest mistake of their lives. The ambush is complete. The blade is in. The hand holding it is about to get broken. For 48 hours, the villains actually believe they won. The Fever front office struts around like they pulled off the perfect crime. Leak to their favorite writers. Strategic flexibility to chase proven veterans. Translation. We turned your sister into cap space and we're proud. ... ESPN Chiron. Fever make bold move. Skip Biss tweets. Smart business. Clark will be fine. Old guard fans laugh react. 1-year rental LOL. The GM poses in front of Caitlin's mural, hand on her painted silhouette like he created her, and says, "We're 100% committed to giving Caitlin everything she needs to win championships." Reporters nod, cameras flash, narrative locked. Sophie got greedy, Fever got ruthless. Caitlin will stay quiet because winners don't whine. They high-five over $300 stakes, talking tough decisions while dreaming of playoff money that will still roll in because Caitlin's name sells tickets. They never once imagined those ticket buyers are daughters of maids who marched for fair wages. Never imagined Caitlin's timeline is full of brown, black, queer kids who already know what disposable feels like. They fall asleep smiling. Then the shadows move. Caitlin hasn't posted in 4 days. Story's gone. Like stopped to injury. In a dark Desmo gym, she shoots free throws. Each swish a countdown, whispering the same vow. You don't get to write my story without me. A burner account drops the first leak. The Cunningham savings allocation email. 10,000 quote tweets in 20 minutes. The false triumph cracks. The match is lit. The VP goes on the team podcast and laughs. We're building championship culture, not comfort culture. Internet detonates. Hashtag comfort culture trends worldwide. Mothers stitch videos of crying after double shifts. Nurses, teachers, queer kids turn it into a sound with 40 million uses. Caitlin posts a black square plus broken heart plus Puerto Rican flag. 10 million likes in 40 minutes. The GM doubles down on radio. Caitlin understands business decisions. Caitlin goes live from her mom's Honda. Tears streaking. You called my sister unprofessional for wanting a home. My mom cleaned toilets so I could play. So maturity from skyboxes. The clip hits 50 million in 4 hours. Sponsors panic. Season ticket cancellations flood in. The subreddit becomes a war zone. The VP tries national TV again. Smirks. If Caitlin wants to hold the franchise hostage because her friend didn't get a blank check. That's when Caitlin promised the counterattack. The line is drawn. 3:17 a.m. Iowa gym. One spotlight. Caitlin spinning the ball like a dying sun. You had your chance to fix it privately. I begged. They sent a lawyer with an NDA. So here we are. She shows the emails, the GM's lake house, the $55 million Forbes report, burns Indiana's insulting offer on camera, lays out the 3 demands, ends with, "You had my joy, now you get my fury, and you never met my mother." Live ends at 4.2 million concurrent. Sophie calls. Caitlin puts it on speaker. "You really just did that for me?" "No, Hermana, I did it for us. All of us. Empire officially on fire." Next morning, hashtag Clark walks out is global #1. TikTok teens, Bad Bunny, Megan Rapinoe, Mayors, NBA stars. Everyone swings. Sponsors run. Nike drop sells out in 11 minutes. Little girls mail jerseys back with notes. "My Abua cleans like your mom. We keep pride, not shirts." Boycott numbers crush the franchise. Late-night hosts roast. Players' Association files grievance. The palace burns while Caitlyn and Sophie stay silent, letting the fire speak. 3 weeks later, Gainbridge, 40,000 strong. Caitlyn and Sophie walk out arm in arm. They expose the lie. This was never about every maid's daughter, every cashier's kid, every girl told to be grateful for crumbs. Sophie holds up the new 3-year guaranteed contract. Caitlyn, the victory isn't paper. The victory is every little girl who now knows her anger is holy. Mic drop. Crowd chants. Herman and Dad. Until the rafters shake. The empire didn't fall. It burned clean. And the queens rose from the ashes. Lights dim to phone-light ocean. Voice over low and lethal. They thought one contract could break us. They forgot we were never theirs to break. We are the daughters of hotel maids, night shift warriors, sugarcane fields, and unbreakable mothers. Tonight, we didn't just save Sophie. We saved every little girl who thought her worth expired. When we stand together, brown, black, queer, immigrant, proud, we are unstoppable. So if this set your soul on fire, smash subscribe. Turn on the bell because the revolution just started. Comment the moment that made you cry, made you scream, made you text your sister. We deserve better. Tell me your mom's name. We're saying it loud. Next time they try to discard one of us, 40 million of us will be waiting. We are the needle. We are the storm. We are the queens. And we are just getting started. See you in the next fight. Familia. Screen fades to black. One heartbeat. Then the lights come up on.